All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Running for Founders Club. This is a training for those who are wanting that free trip for two to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico in January of 2026. The qualification period just started. We're not even 5 weeks in. So we got a whole year to do it. And anybody that can hear me talk, and even if you can't hear me talk, you can earn this trip. Every single person can earn this trip. There is not one person exempt. It doesn't matter what rank you are. It doesn't matter if you just started. It doesn't matter if you've been in this thing for 10 years. You can earn the trip, but you got to work and you got to believe and you got to just do it. And tonight, we have got a rock star who she has earned the trip, and I love going on this trip with her. And she is going to give us some good stuff. I hope you brought your pens and papers, and I hope you're ready to take some good notes. Not just take notes, but take what she teaches you and applies it, because she knows how to do it. Because not only does she know how to do it, that she was in our top 10 in points. She also earned that New York trip to go to the manufacturer because she does the things. So she knows how to get she knows how to get partners. She knows how to get ranked partners. She knows how to get her quick start bonuses. So you guys make welcome Trudy Bonnette.
Hey, I didn't earn the New York trip.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I was that close. No, I earned that was one of the things I was going to talk about. When we go on Founders Club, remember how we got the special opportunity to re-earn Sundance? That's the one I earned.
Okay, I knew you earned something. I knew
but
you're pretty dang close.
I was this close, and I missed the last month of qualifications.
Ah, sorry.
Yep, it was sad.
See how much I believe in you? I'm speaking stuff into existence. There you go.
Well, you just do that. I was so sad that I missed that trip, but I have been able to go on so many trips with this company, you guys. It has been incredible, crazy. I think Jamaica. No, where are we going this year? See, I can't even keep track. Yeah, so Cancun. That's my 8th free trip. I've been to Utah twice, and I'm pretty sure that I met a lot of you guys actually on my first Founders Club trip. That's where I met Melissa before I ever went to an event, because it was when, we weren't having events during that thing a few years ago, that pandemic. Anyway, so I wanted to start off tonight and just tell you guys my story real quick, because I know there's a few, I heard there was actually quite a few newbies in this group. And just so that you can be encouraged and know that you really can do this from anywhere, anytime, even when you don't have really great internet. So I live in Alaska, and when we started this, I was actually in the middle of moving to the mission field, to the bush. And when we say the bush in Alaska, it's like you got to get on an airplane and fly there. You can't drive there in a car. The village that we moved to year round has 15 to 20 people living in it. And I earned my first free trip to Utah from that village. I earned my first Founders Club trip from the village. So I was in the middle of nowhere and was able to start a business from my phone. And I earned in my first month enough to pay for my kit twice. But here's the fun fact. Not a whole lot of people know. I didn't get my quick start. I know, shocker, right? And I want to tell you why, because this is important. I didn't understand it. It was not, I did not understand what was at stake. I was in the middle of moving, and my friend who dragged me into this kicking and screaming assumed I did not have time to work on it. But I have this little competitive thing down inside of me. And if I had known, I think I could have done it. But it's really important to make sure that your new partners understand the assignment. They need to understand how to get the quick start, what it all involves. Don't just send them a document and expect them to read it. Get them on the phone, get them on a video call, and walk through that and explain what the quick start is and all the money that we have at our fingertips right now. I mean, for a new person, I was adding up. Melissa, I couldn't remember. The new manager bonus, is that 200 or 300? I couldn't remember.
2.
And it's 200. I couldn't find it too. I looked and was like, couldn't find my little document. Anyway, so a brand new person, if they got started and they hit manager this month, they have $800. Nope. Yep. $800 in bonuses when they hit manager in their first 30 days. Because you got the $400 from the X5 promo, you've got the $200 for a quick start bonus, plus the $200 for manager. So if you got a rockin' and rollin' person there, they could get $800 on top of all their commission. So they need to understand the assignment. They need to understand what's at stake. You got to explain it to them. Don't just expect them to read it. Just like you cannot expect your team to understand the promos all the time. Sometimes you got to explain it to them, because sometimes people just don't see the fine print. I mean, that's just the world we live in right now. Last month, ended the month with 21 21 Founders Club points. Here's the other thing I want to show you guys. Get your stuff. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit of a squirrel. I might have ADD. Get your stuff in front of your face. Get your board up there. I've got a picture of my kids. That's actually not all of them. And my dad, who is my inspiration. And then my Founders Club tracker. I've got all my lanyards and all my stuff. That's kind of part of my business board, vision board, whatever you want to call it. I need to make a vision board. But get it in front of your face so that you're tracking. Don't just have your Founders Club tracker laying on your desk somewhere. Put it up on a board so that you can track yourself. Anyway, so October I ended with 21 points, and then I hit 26. So now I am what they consider quarterly qualified. And I'm talking to kind of talking like you guys don't know anything, because I know there's a lot of new people. So when we earn that, or when we earn those points towards that trip, and you break it up into small chunks, it makes it a little bit more doable. And the cool thing about that quarterly qualification is when you earn 25 points every quarter, you not only do you earn the trip, you know, along with your unique accounts, but they also send you money, free money, when you earn those points and you go to the events. So we got Zing Fling coming up. You need to sign up. Your first event's only $59. When you go to that event and you've earned those 25 quarterly points, they send you a bonus. You get a little bonus for coming to that event and being quarterly qualified. They're always throwing money at us. It's hard to keep track sometimes. It's crazy. So one of the things that I do with my new people is try to get, not all of them will do it, but some of them will. We do a Facebook launch party. And I don't put it in there as an event, because an event doesn't work right. The format is just not good. You want to use a private group format. And the reason you want this private group is you're helping your partner create their customer page, their prospect page, or whatever, because they can keep adding people to that over time. And that can be their testimony page, whatever it ends up being. But to start in that, I've got, what I was thinking was I might post, some of you may have access to Jamie Maestry's launch party board, but those of you who might not, what I was thinking, I was going to post in the Founders Club group, like all the different things, like day 1, day 2, day 3, and so forth. We'll figure out how to get the information out there, because sometimes boards can be a little tricky if you're new. But anyway, I do this launch party, get all the information out there, And, you know, sometimes you might get one person sign up, sometimes you might get no people signing up, but you've got a group of people that you've got their captive attention, and it's, you know, friends of your partner or whoever that they've invited. And that's just a great way to get that information out there and get them started. But what I've done with that is, like, my brother, I group from somebody else who fell away and they weren't in the group anymore. So I threw it out to this group and I said, my brother was on the last day of his quick start, still had, you know, we still needed 3 more people to get it. And I just said, you know, hey, who's ready to get started? And offered them a freebie if they spent $199 or more, because that also helped him qualify for 3 of the X5 promo that's going on. Tamer's $199. That's easy peasy to get somebody to grab that. And then I offered them, like, I have bags of trim sticks. I've got stuff, you know, in my closet that I've gotten for free, or, you know, different things, trim sticks, digestive aids, you know, or whatever, you know, pull something out of your closet, because A, that helps them get the, you know, gets the quick start accounts, and B, this trip is worth it. This trip is totally worth giving away a few free products. So what was really cool is that last day I was trying to help my brother get his quick start. He needed 3 accounts. I had 3 people that messaged me back and said they wanted to grab it, because I offered them, basically I offered a bag of trim sticks if they purchased a tummy tamer, and that gave them a gut collective, and they saved $70, and that got them started. So he was able to get his quick start that very last day. I did wait until, you know, just because you want them to work for it, but you also want to earn that trip. Anybody, does that make sense? Hopefully I'm not talking in circles here. Sorry. So the value of the trip, this is what I was talking to Melissa about yesterday. We were trying to figure it out, because this year, I mean, I did make the top 10, but I did not earn that second free night. And as far as I have to travel to come to these things, I was like, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to buy the second night. Let me just see how much it is. So the cost of the trip, or the value of the trip, it's $700 a night for this particular resort that we're going to. So we're there for nights. So that's $2,500. So, or I'm sorry, I can't do math. 7 times 5, 3,500. Sorry, $3,500. Just the resort. Tickets are probably around $1,500 to get there. They pay for a private car to pick you up from the airport and take you to the resort. That's another $200. They pay for an excursion. Depending on the excursion, that's anywhere from $400 to $500. And then the room cash, if you earn the room cash, that's like $300. And then every extra night you earn is $700. So the total value of the trip to Cancun, I forgot to add these up. 1,000, 2,500, sorry, 6,000. Yeah, we're up to like almost $7,000. That trip is worth $7,000. I can give away a few bags of trim sticks. I don't care. To go on a free trip. Even, I mean, like, I've got free ones, and then sometimes my free pile runs out and I might have to give something away that I paid for. Oh well. You got your product from your subscriptions. You've got, you know, when we got the 20% off, I bought a bunch of stuff to put in my free pile for that. Black Friday's coming. You can get, you know, if you don't have a pile of products, you can grab some stuff from there. But offering a freebie just to help your partner get that quick start, not only does it help you earn the quick start for the trip, it helps them see the value in the business because they're earning these bonuses. I had another gal that I helped last month on her very last day, same thing. She just needed, you know, one more person, and for that X5 bonus as well. And well, no, she needed 2 for the X5 and 1 for the quick start. And so I helped her get that 4th one. And then she was like, wait a minute, I only need 1 more person for the $300 bonus. And so she went out and got her mom to place an order so she could get the $300 bonus. So helping them realize the value is going to help you earn the trip and help them earn the trip too, because they're going to turn around and duplicate and do the same thing. So, sorry, let me go through my notes here. I think I might have already hit them all. Oh yeah. So if you guys have questions, do we want to entertain questions?
That's fine.
Okay. We can entertain questions about anything. If you need me to
Talk
clarify,
a little
sorry.
bit more about the Facebook launch party. What do,
Oh,
who do
yes.
who do you tell them to invite? How
Okay.
long is your party? Like, give us some details on that.
Okay. Let me pull up the board so I can have that to reference through too. Okay. So Facebook launch party, try to get them to do it right away as soon as they sign up. And did not mean to do that. I almost hung up on you guys. I am technologically challenged. Here we go. So the launch party, I tell them to invite as many people as they can, but to really start with, I want you to start with your, your people that you talk to all the time. So like when you go to a private group, it actually, Facebook kind of helps you. When you go to click the invite button, it'll show the people that you interact with more often than the ones you don't. So if they work their way down the list, then they get their family and friends that they're really close to, and then other Facebook friends, maybe people that they went to school with, or people that they've just come across on Facebook. But I say get as many people in there as you can. I mean, it was the same. If you've ever done any direct sales, it was the same thing. Like when you had a Tupperware party or a Pampered Chef party, invite. But here's the thing with Facebook. You cannot just click the invite button. You do. I mean, you have to click the invite button, but you also need to send it to them in a private message, because you guys know how Facebook works against you all the time. It will hide the invites and people will not see them. So you want to click the invite button and, get the regular invite sent to their notifications. But you also want to send them the invite in messages so that all they got to do is click on it and there they are. Because I've contacted people when I've done different parties and things like that, and they're like, they didn't even see the notification because Facebook buried it.
So what does the message say that you're sending them? I'm going to get real detailed with you.
You're fine. You're fine. I just got to do that one. Just says that they're inviting them to a group. Let me go to Rachel's group. So when you click the invite, let's see. It may be on my laptop. Because did you guys know this?
You're just sending each person that they invite, that they invite, you're having them send a private message just saying, hey, I've got into this thing and I'm doing a launch party and I want you to come and support me. And here's the link.
Oh, that you just say whatever you're going to say. Yeah, I'm doing this thing, message that we've been using. I've made a leap to a company that is not going to fire you. There's a lot of direct sales companies out there that they're overnight. These people are losing their shirts, and our company has guaranteed that is not going to happen. So we are in so much better shape than all the rest of the people. I thought you were asking, what does Facebook say? I'm sorry,
No,
Melissa. No. I did not understand the question.
What does your message say? to
Oh,
people?
I say, tell them to tell a little bit of their story. You know, I've started with this
No, no, no,
company.
no. Hang on. Let me stop you a second.
Okay.
So let's do this step by step. So you create the Facebook group for them.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then there you go in and you say, add everybody.
Right.
And then
Invite as
send
many people
this
as,
message. What message
yeah.
do you tell them to send to them after they invite?
I've just invited you to a Facebook group. I started with this company. Sorry, I'm just shooting from the hip here. Started with this company and ordered some products to get my gut healthy. I'll, have them tell a little bit about their story, but I want to share more with you in this private group with my coach. And there's going to be a lot of information that we share that I can't just put here in Messenger. So be sure to click the link below to hop in to join the group.
Okay. All right. And then how many days do you do the party?
So for the first few days, let me go back to boards here. I need like 3 phones.
Is anybody else doing these Facebook parties? Is anybody else doing Facebook launch parties?
I am,
Kira,
Melissa.
you are. Tammy, you are. Are you doing
Yes.
them consistently? Like every single partner that you have, you're doing one?
I just started, yes, with my new partners. Yes.
Leslie, you
I-
just started? Okay.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing with my new one.
Okay. Is anybody else doing them?
I done them for my other business on 31. That was our major thing that we had to do is we done launch parties for all of our new signups. But every time we had a party, we'd have to set up a private Facebook page for them.
Yeah.
And when we get in there, it like she says, it says you can invite, but you also want to let them know via messenger, say, hey, like she said, so and so's having this party. I'm welcome them into the group. Please click the link and let's party together and have fun. And then they click that link and they sign in, and then you have to accept them.
Okay.
Melissa,
Yeah.
so some of my team does them for their new people, but it's not for you kind of have to fill out the person. You know what I mean? We don't do
Yeah.
it for absolutely everybody. It just kind of depends. But something else that's been fun, and you guys sorry, I got on late. You may have already talked about this, but sometimes we do parties. Like if say you have 3 brand new people that are getting started at the same time, we kind of bundle them up. So we'll have a party for all of them together and everyone just invites their people. So we're dumping the info at the same time, but we have more people in there, more interaction in there, more prospects in there, and that kind of thing. So it's not like, and some people would rather have a private party. So if they just want it for their people, great. But if not, we kind of lean towards, hey, if everybody invites their people, like I said, more interaction, giveaways, like we can get more help, all of that kind of stuff. So then it's kind of a bigger platform for parties, but they're great. I think it's a great idea.
Well, obviously they're working for Trudy, so I'm excited that they're working. So, okay, so did you figure out how many days it is?
Oh yeah. It's 4 days.
4 days.
Yeah. So what I can do is I can take all of these posts. I think I can send the board.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm not super sorry. I just don't know what all it can do. I think I can send the board, but I need to talk to Jamie. But if not, I can also just put them in the in an album in the Founders Club group to make it easier. Because I know when I first started, boards was kind of a learning curve for me. But
do you go live? Do you go live in the group, and do you have your new partner go live in the group?
If I can get them to.
Okay.
But sometimes I mean, I like Christy's idea, but my partners have been so spread out. It just, sometimes if I get them to start at the same time, then, you can put them in the same group, but mine have, been spread out through the month. So they're all kind of sporadic. But the cool thing is if they don't want to be in a group with somebody else and they are running at the same time, you can use the cross posting option, and you can post your post in more than one group at a time. So you can also schedule all your posts the night before. You can't, I don't think you can use the cross posting if you do that. I think that one's just scheduling. But yeah, the night before you can schedule when all your posts are going to drop, or you can set an alarm on your phone if you've got the time throughout the day, and then you can use the cross posting features if you're going to do more than one group. But I also try, if they're local, I mean, like some of my partners don't live in Alaska. But if they're local, I try to get them to do a face-to-face party as well. And I like to go ahead and create the group for that, because that way you still have contact with the people that were invited and with or whoever came.
So you do an actual group from the in-person party?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
whenever, instead of using a Facebook event, because events, like you can never, once that event has happened, you can't really use that group. It's not, it's like the event is over and Facebook kind of just keeps you from doing anything in there. But if you have it as a private group, then, you know, you can still be in contact with those people. And like if there's a deal going on, then I go in and I find all my, they're called Elevate Your Health, so they've all got the same name. So I go in and I find all my Elevate groups and I post the, you know, the deals that are happening with all of them. So like, you know, Black Friday's coming. So
Does
yeah,
anybody have questions for Trudy about any of this?
I do.
Go ahead.
I'm setting one up for this weekend. And Trudy, I don't remember how, it's been a while since I've done one. I don't remember how to cross post.
are you running more than one?
Maybe, or I may do all like Christy was just talking about. I may do all of them depending on their.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, if you're gonna run them all together, you won't need to cross post if you put them all in the same group.
But if I don't, how do I cross?
When you go to post, it's a little bit tricky. So you don't tag anybody, because if you tag a person, it takes away the cross posting option. But when you pull it up, if you're in a group, I don't know if you guys have another device that you can do to look at it right now, to just go to a group on your phone. Well, actually, I could probably show you. Hold on. Because I have two phones. Okay, here we go.
I'm going to share my screen.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
All right.
so you go to like Facebook right here and you make your post just like in your group, whatever.
You gotta be, yeah. Are you in a group?
It does it on your personal page too. It's the same thing. So you make your post.
Well, I don't see it on yours.
Sharing to Facebook groups right there. You can select 3 groups. Yeah.
Well, looky there, looky Lou.
So you just click which groups that you want.
Yeah, and I think you can only do 3.
Go back.
Yeah.
Then you post.
Yeah.
All right. So you just hit what you're writing and you're done. Hey there.
Yeah.
What'd you just hit then, Melissa?
So you just you either go to your group or go to your post.
Yeah.
You make your post, whatever it is. You just, blah, 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 blah. You go to next. Sharing to Facebook groups.
Okay. The next is what
and then the ones in the group, actually at the top, it says add groups. And then you can just add your groups. Let me go to, I'll go to an actual group.
Yeah, go to a group so they can see what that looks like.
Okay, running for Founders Club. Let's say.
Okay.
Okay.
See where it says
Zoom. You should be on Zoom. Okay. Then you go to add.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Oh wow, that's awesome. Thank you.
So if you use that option where you go directly into a group, you can share to 3 more, so you could run 4 groups simultaneously. I have yet to run more than one at a time. As far as like putting them all in one together is what I mean. So I usually use the cross posting option.
Can we just recognize the fact that I knew how to do something on Facebook?
I'm so proud. That's about how
that
how I
doesn't
feel.
happen.
Same.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
gosh. Yeah.
Great question though, because I just figured that out not too long ago.
Well,
So,
the other thing is, I said it's 4 days, but there's also some pre-launch stuff that you have to post. And
Okay.
so you want to kind of give people time to join the group. So after I create it and add the host in there, I watch and make sure she's adding people and give her like, a deadline to get all of her people invited, because you don't want them to take like a whole week. You want to get them in there within a couple of days. And then there's like some pre-launch posts that you put up, and then like she said, going live and stuff like that. I always introduce myself. I tell my story live. I don't just, because sometimes people will read it and sometimes they won't, but I will tell it live so that they can just watch it. And then all the other posts are just, text and pictures and things like that.
Trudy, can you cross post alive?
I don't know.
no.
Probably not. Yeah, I don't think you can go live simultaneously. Although I was just so impressed. We had an opportunity Zoom with Carrie. Oh gosh, I just went blank.
Lauterbach?
I don't know. No. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. I'm terrible
Carrie
about
Brock.
remembering last names.
Carrie
Huh?
Brock. Carrie Brock.
No, wasn't her.
No?
It's my Carrie.
Oh.
Anyway, so but she was Robina, Carrie Robina. Anyway, she was like, we were in a Zoom and she was able to broadcast it to her Instagram. So I know there's all kinds of different things you can do out there. And if you find somebody who's tech savvy that can tell you how to do that, because it's not me. But
That's
anyway.
all. Is anybody else have any questions on this? Who's going to do a Facebook party this week?
I'm looking to try to get a hold of my people tomorrow and get it started.
Yes. I know.
There you go.
Okay, I think that should be the assignment for the week. Christy, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's great.
Me too.
Do you guys already have a board you want to share with the group, or do you want me to see about sharing Jamie's? Or
Send it to me. Send it to me, and I'll actually add the board onto our Running with Founder Club board.
Oh, okay.
I'll just copy it and add it to our Founders Club board. Will that work,
Do that.
Christy?
Yeah, that's good. Now, one thing, if you guys are using things, this is like across the board with boards, make sure that you're pre-reading. Make sure that you're
Oh yeah.
make sure that you're
Yeah.
making it sound like you, because this is funny, but I had someone copy something that I had put in there, and it was Brian's story.
Oh
and
no.
Like, my husband, they post, I mean, I don't care if you guys, want to claim him, whatever. It is what it is. Everybody needs a little Van Damme in their life. But what I'm saying is pre-read, because really, you need to make it sound like you. We got to get away from all the verbiage stuff and be real and raw. And so when you're using stuff, use the post. If the verbiage is right on, great, use the verbiage, but just pre-read so that you even know what you're posting. Because sometimes people will use like our party board, like my party board, people will use it and I'm like, oh, I know they didn't pre-read that. Like, it just does not fit. Or you want to know what you're talking about so that if people ask you questions, you get it. Like, you know what you're talking about. So make sure that when you're using these tools and utilizing these tools, you still make them your own. Tweak it a little bit, save it, make your own little board and tweak it and you know, use that for yourself or for your people or that kind of thing. Because in reality, we all do the same thing. We're all sharing the same products. We're all sharing the same opportunity, but sometimes people do things a little different. So make sure that you're doing that, and just, you know, because you never know how many husbands you're going to have if you're just copying stories, right? Or I even saw someone that that posted my story, like talking like it was them, because it was on my board. So I'm like, honey, you were not, that did not happen to you, but you made it sound like it did, but that's not even your picture. So just make sure that you're being super careful when you're using other people's tools, because when I drop stuff, I mean, it's mine. Like, I'm just doing it so I can copy and paste super easy. And I know a lot of people do that. So I love the tools. I love sharing the tools, but just make sure you're cautious when you're using them. Long story short, there you go.
So
Yeah,
there's a
and
lot that posted in the chat that you're actually doing these groups. Is anybody doing anything different? Is there other tips and stuff that that you haven't heard that you might want to share that is working for you?
I actually have a question.
Okay.
So is this similar to like doing the Facebook parties? Trudy?
so.
Yeah, it's like, well,
Same
yeah,
thing.
it's a launch party.
Okay. So like I have 4 parties going, and the problem that I've run into with like doing these with my new partners is that, you know, they'll start off engaging in the first part of the party and then they kind of fall off. And even though I continue to post in these parties, I don't get no interaction. Like all of a sudden I've noticed lately, even though if I do the at everyone, it's like nobody's seeing it. Nobody's looking at it. And I'm going, how is this possible? I'm sending it to everybody that's in this group. There's 20, 30 some people in here, but nothing is, they're showing no interaction. Like nobody's even seen it.
Can
Yeah,
I
it
answer
It
that?
could be because they unfollowed the group.
Can I answer that and help you?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay, like I said, I used to do 31 and I would have the same problem. I got to where I was doing challenges. You know, I'd get a mystery tote. I would not let them see what tote I was using. I would tell them, okay, for every blah, 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 I'm gonna put something inside this tote. The more participants I get and the more people that's invited and so forth, so on and so forth, I add more goodies to this tote. And I'm going to do it from this day to this day. And whoever you know, is interactive and does this, gets this tote sent to them. And nobody knows what tote it is. Nobody knows what's in that tote. And I've done that 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
And it seemed to help pick things up, but I haven't tried it on doing it with Singular yet, because I don't want it to sound like, oh, that's all she's gonna do, you know. I want to put a little bit of zing to it.
Well, I did try doing like just posting a picture of a recipe or a picture of like somebody made something, and then saying if you're interested in the recipe, drop recipe in the comments. Or I've tried doing like giveaways and I still get no interaction. And I just wonder if it's because the people that originally had the parties with aren't in there commenting, so they are not, you know.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing, is you gotta have the partner, whoever's hosting it, they have to be interacting with the post.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the problem.
If you're not friends with the people that are in the group, it's not going to push it to their feed. So they have to be interacting so that their friends will see it.
Well, I do friend them all that are in the group, just so in case the person that I had the party with drops off or for whatever reason, then I still have those contacts. But yeah, I just haven't been seeing interaction. So I've been a little bit leery about trying this again, but I just wanted to get everybody's feedback on it.
Yeah, I would get that partner interacting with the post.
Okay.
And commenting, and give them suggestions for what to comment because it takes usually about 3 or 4 words, 3 to 5 words for the goofy algorithms to kick in. So, you know, tell them don't just go, wow, or okay, or yes, you know, give them, there's some certain phrases you want to use. Wow, that's really cool. Or, you know, make it, it's where it's a sentence so that it pushes the algorithm.
Okay.
You know,
The
another,
board that,
oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Go
Well,
ahead,
the
Karen.
board that I have, and I got it, I don't even remember where I got it. I've had it for so long. Coralie Newmore does parties all the time, and she's earned the trip doing parties, a lot of parties. But it's got a daily thing that you send to your hostess or your partner of what they should
Yeah.
be doing. That's one of the things on there is to interact.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've
I
got
found,
that too.
yeah, with this last, I'm actually just closed a party. You know, number of guests obviously is important. And I messaged everybody in the party as well and thanked them for being a guest. Not everybody saw my messages, and first of all, everybody that liked or commented on a post got a message. But we did get one order from, she had like 20 guests in there, I think. We did get one order from her party. So I think we, you know, sometimes if they're not real active, we just got to go the extra mile and message the guests. So, and
You
she's,
never know who could be your next runner.
yeah, yeah. So I was excited. Honestly, I've done several parties and I have not had much luck with them. This was probably the first party I actually got an order from.
Carrie, how many days are you running your party?
I ran this one for, just I think about 10 days. And now we're going to turn it into her VIP group.
Yeah.
I've watched
There you
Debbie
go.
Hayes do a lot of parties too, and that's what she does. You turn it into their VIP group and just keep
Yeah.
using it.
Thank you.
That's why I like the Facebook launch party format, using it as a group, because then they can turn around, they can use that for their, like you were saying, the VIP. That's a good word. So I was trying to come up with, what do you call it? Because when the party's over, you could just change it.
Awesome.
Change the name.
I love this. I love this interaction. Shar, you got something that you wanted to
Yeah.
add?
So you said that you make the groups private. Is there a reason why
Yes.
you do private instead of public?
Yes. Yes. Were you on the call that we had a few weeks ago that we got hacked?
Oh,
That's why.
Lord. Did you
That's
really have to
why.
bring that up? You really had to go
Sorry. Melissa's still dealing with trauma for that.
there.
Anyway, they can hack your group if you don't. They can post stuff even if you've got it to where you have to approve the post. I have gotten to where I don't make any of my stuff public except for a few posts on Facebook because of all the hackers out there. I mean, it's just anyway, but yeah. And then of course, you know, Facebook, it's not really private. They really do see everything.
Well, you know, and one other thing that's come up too, I don't know if you've run into this, Trudy. So I have not run into it, but I follow Jana Bullard, and I got invited to a bunch of her parties that she was doing. Facebook is automatically inviting all of your followers to that person's party. So I did not have that with my party, but I'm in a lot of Jana Bullard's parties right now.
Okay. Yeah, I got her invite too because I'm one of her followers, and I cannot remember where it is in the makeup of the group, but I don't remember that happening with any of mine. But I think it was just something she accidentally clicked or
Yeah, there's a setting you have to make sure is off or on. I can't remember what it is, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little line below, like when you're setting up your party and you're going to make it private instead of public, then the next question asks you if you want it to be visible or hidden. And then it says at the bottom that it will invite your followers if you don't make it hidden. But I don't think it's doing that. I think that they did that just for a little bit. I don't know that it's doing that anymore.
Huh.
I know, yeah, she was like freaking out because everybody was coming in and she's like, I know I didn't invite them. Like when her party's over, she's just going to make it like start a brand new one for this girl to invite her people. And it's only her people in there.
Yeah.
Not her followers.
You know, another idea is, and yeah, I always make everything private. Plus, if people are talking, like if they're going to interact now, I don't want you guys to get discouraged if you're doing a party and people are not interacting. Hello, that happens, right?
Yep.
Some parties, I'm like, that was a waste of time. Oh my gosh, I did all that work, but you're still doing it. But another thing,
You're practicing.
yeah. So if people are actually interacting and they're talking about their health issues and they're answering your little quiz and stuff, like they don't want it out there public, you know. So it's super important to remember that, just to keep it. I mean, we're giving out a plethora of information, but keeping their information private is also important. But another fun thing to do when you're doing these parties is don't just keep it to yourself. Don't just keep it to your hostess. Like invite leaders. You guys are all leaders. I mean, you're on this Zoom, right? You're all going for the same trip. It doesn't matter what rank people are. It doesn't matter anything. We are all the same. Invite people with stories to come on and go live and share their stories. That gets more fun too, because then it's the same people over and over and over again. Like, I don't want to go live on a party every day. I don't want people to just see my face all day long, every day. Like, oh, what's she going to talk about now? Like, bring other people in and keep it exciting. If you see that you have a lot of young people in the party, get someone that's young to come on and tell their story, because they're going to relate to them. They're not going to relate to me. You know, if you have guys in the party, bring a guy in, because you never know who people are going to relate to. It's the same thing like with sharing stories. Like, you don't want to share your own personal story on your wall every single day. If you're posting your personal pictures a lot, that's too much. You guys, people are always relate to your story. You've got to bring other people in, because if you're dealing with people that need to lose 100 pounds and you lost 10 pounds and you're thinking they're going to be attracted to that, they're not. So it's the same thing. Bring other people in to share their stories, because for some reason, people are attracted to these going live things. They want to see the real and the raw. They don't just want to see the picture and the verbiage. So bring other people in to share their story. In fact, I think Vicky asked me to come and go live in one of hers or something. But you guys do that. Bring people in, because their energy just might add something that kind of sparks the party as well. But then tell your hostess, hey, I have a special guest that is taking time out of her or his schedule to come on here and do this for us. So make sure you go on live when they're going to go on live and interact with the the feed, interact with the story that they're sharing, because that's going to help as well. So that's all I got.
That was good. I was going to say that right before when you started talking, I was thinking that, I mean, look at the people that are joining, look at the people that are in the actual group, and look at the demographic, look at, the age group, look at, all the things. And, you can, over 4 days, my goodness, there's enough people in this Founders Club group to have enough people, to have people come in and hit on every point. Do polls and figure out, do polls about demographics and find out, which weight do they need to lose? What are you interested in, about the business. And definitely don't leave out the business part when you're doing these parties. I don't know what the scripts say, but I know at the beginning when they were doing them, it was all product oriented. We need to be focused on this business to go to Founders Club. So, all right. Anything else? All right. Everybody go and do a party. I just got the board. I just transferred it. I'm putting it in. And then if anybody else has another board that they want to share, I mean, what we can do is we can put all the party boards in there. I'll just do one folder and put party boards and do like all the different folders for the party boards. And y'all, you can look and see what you like the best. There's no right or wrong. I mean, you figure out what it is that you know, which one that you want to go by and which one you want to use. And, or you can do a mix of them, you know, figure it out and do your own. But I'll get them all in the Running for Founders Club group board. And then I'll post the board on the actual Founders Club group. So, does that sound good?
Looks good.
Okay. Trudy, thank you, darling, for doing this. We appreciate you so, so much. And I cannot wait to go to Cancun with you in a
Yep.
months. What is it? 59 days. I think Jamie's got a countdown.
58 days now.
58 days. 58 days. So, Christy, I'm going to let you close it out.
All right. Sorry, I could not get unmuted. So thank you so much, Trudy. And I'm excited to spend a week in Mexico with you as well. And you guys just don't forget, anybody can do this. Okay. This is the time to run as much as you can. The fall, the winter, going into the beginning of the new year, that's our hot time. So work your tails off right now. Take advantage of these promos. Take advantage of the free partner fee that we have for, I think, another week, just over another week. Take advantage of these things. Make sure that you're talking to everybody. Do not prejudge people. Don't prejudge people. And you guys just believe in yourselves. Anybody can do this. I know that you all want to go on that trip because you are all on this Zoom, trying to learn and trying to apply what we have. So put your tails to work and let's get it done. So I hope you guys have a good night and we'll see y'all next week.
I got one more thing. I forgot to tell y'all, tomorrow I'm starting a leadership training. I know a lot of people that I've talked to have struggled with what to do for personal development. I'm starting a weekly leadership training, and it's based on the book by Ken Blanchard, Lead Like Jesus. So if anybody wants to join it, just let me know. I'll add you to the group, but it's going to be on Facebook Live, so you can go in and watch it whenever you want to. So love y'all.